Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Potomac. So, I apologize. I was not here last episode. I had lots to say, but life was lifing, okay? I've been going through it. But we here now, so let's get into this episode. Let's not waste any time. When it comes down to Kiana and Angel, when I tell you I'm so disappointed, like I knew going into this season, Kay was gonna get on my nerves, but I would have never guessed it would have been to this level. Like she's really getting on my nerves. Like she's really getting on my nerves. I didn't think it was gonna be this deep. I didn't think I was gonna be this irritated by her, but I am. You know, and Angel, girl, you disappointed me because I really was liking Angel. I really liked Angel. When Angel was like, look, ain't gonna be no chin checking up in here. Ain't gonna be no hazing. Okay, nobody hazes me. I'm not a rookie woman. You know what I mean? I ain't knew that I'm true to this. I thought that, I really thought I was gonna like Miss Angel. And she clicking down and it's embarrassing me and my homegirls because I just didn't expect this from you, girl. I just didn't expect this. I thought you was gonna hold your own. Angel girl. So let me say this. When Kiana had that conversation with Giselle and was like, I had to do some chin checking. I ain't wasting no time getting these girls together. I felt like she was putting on. She was trying to make herself seem, big and bad. And like, yeah, I run these girls. Like, yeah, Angel my friend, but she know she better get it together. Like, I didn't like how it just really... You didn't look like a good friend in that moment. You really, really didn't. Like, number one, you didn't even have to speak to Giselle about what happened with, because she wasn't there. You didn't have to even go down that route. So, that already just was like, ugh. When Giselle called you out and said, girl, you said this, and you realized if you guys were on camera, it was going to come up, it was going to be proven that you were a liar. I think you should have just kept it real and said, Angel girl, I probably did say that. I don't remember saying it, but I'm wrong, right? You should have just left it alone. For you to acknowledge that you said it, then go back behind the lady's back and say, I never said it, that's weird. Like, you're talking about Wendy being weird. You're also weird. You're weird too, because why would you do that when you're being filmed? You're being filmed, girl. Like, why would you lie like that? I just don't understand. I don't get it. But whatever. Angel, you're less than smart as well, because if Kiana comes back and says to you, girl, I don't know where they came from with that. That was not said. I didn't say that. I feel like Angel should have just left it alone. You going to meet up with Wendy, Giselle, and Tia and say, well, I spoke to Kiana. Kiana said she didn't say that. And if she did say that, it's going to be a real problem for me. What were you trying to do? In that moment, it was like you was trying to let them girls know, like, oh, I don't get punked around here. Kay was saying whatever she said, but she ain't say that to me because, like, it's like you were trying to let it be known to the group, like, yeah, don't come around playing with me. And I understand that. But if you're going to say that, then stand on it. Stand on it. Like, we have our moments where, players mess up. We have our moments, but you couldn't stand on it. And that's what I didn't like. That's what I didn't really care for. Like, I feel like the best thing was for you to not have said anything. When you went to meet up with the girls, you should have just left that alone. Giselle bring it up. You should have just curved that conversation. But you're going out looking real sad. Kiana looking real sad. And you going out looking sad just like her. The people are eating y'all up on Twitter. And that's what I didn't want for y'all. I do believe that after they met up to go shopping, when Giselle said to Angel, the next time we all see each other, we will address this. I do think that Angel ran back to Kiana and was like, girl, she spilled her guts. And then Kiana probably snapped on her. Like we've been seeing her do all season so far. She probably snapped on Angel, and Angel now is feeling uncomfortable. She don't know what to do. By the end of the day, this is her friend, and her friend brought her to the party, so she got to dance with her friend. That's what it's giving. But then it's like, where is this energy that you have for Wendy? Because when they got to Kiana's house and Kiana chin checked her at that table, she had all this energy for Wendy. And it's just giving that, I don't know, it's not a good look. It's giving that Wendy and her, they went to school together, right? And she probably didn't like Wendy and Wendy didn't like her. Like, y'all probably, when Wendy said we weren't in the same circles, I believe Wendy. You probably looked at her up and down with shady, like, she wearing suits. She's 20 years old wearing suits. So she's 21-year-old wearing suits on a college campus. Where she thinks she going? And then Wendy probably also was looking at you like, you probably want to be part of the, the pink and green, but you ain't, she probably judged her too. They probably both judged each other. They didn't really see it for each other. And that's just that. Neither one of them want to admit that they seen each other on campus and they didn't really see it for each other. So they're being shady, but not shady, nice, nasty. And I think the people want it to be something that it's not. It's just like, yeah, I seen her around campus before. I wasn't impressed. Moving on. Like, I don't think it's really nothing there, but it's slowly becoming something because of this whole situation with Kiana and child. Angel, you're not gonna have a good reunion, girl. You and Kiana, y'all gonna be looking crazy at that reunion. Y'all better come up with a plan. Y'all better come up with something because it's not looking too good for y'all. But anyways, let's bring it on back to episode 4. So the ladies are in the Sprinter van and they're on their way to Preakness. You know what I found funny? Everyone's acting like they never heard of Preakness. Do you guys not remember when Robin took the ladies to Preakness in season 2? Am I the only one that remember? Y'all know I used to love Robin. I know y'all don't like her right now, and I'm a little annoyed with her too. She on timeout. But y'all don't remember when she took the ladies to Preakness season 2? See, y'all not real Potomac fans. Y'all wasn't really watching Potomac. And that's the season that I liked the least. Season 2 was boring. But I remember that. Back to the Sprinter van. I don't like how the women are treating Stacy. I'm not here for it. I don't like it. I don't really like it. Is Stacy a little odd? She's an oddball. So is Ashley. Y'all like Ashley. Ashley is no different than Stacy. To me, Ashley and Stacy are very similar. I just think that Stacy is less harmful. She's not a threat. She's not going around trying to ruin people's lives or embarrass and humiliate anyone. So I'll take Stacy all day over Ashley Darby. I mean, I don't know. But I don't like how they're treating Stacy. But Stacy is a really good sport, and that's going to take her far. Because I would have been cussed them heifers out. I would have been cussed everybody out on that bus. Y'all would have stopped playing with me. I'm just saying. But I really enjoy people like Stacy who could just let things just roll off her back. You know how much better my life would be if I just could be like that? Her attitude is really her saving grace. Like, I'm here for Stacy. I really don't understand why the ladies have a problem with Stacy. So she lied about the TJ situation. Okay, Ashley, you've lied about your dating situation. Wasn't you just at the last reunion talking about you was rubbing Michael's feet, but you guys are getting a divorce? He went and got a vasectomy because he don't trust you and he thought you was going to try to get baby number 3 out of him. Like, all of you guys have told so many different conflicting stories and lies about your personal life and who you're dating and who you're not dating. Why all this venom for Stacy? I really don't get it. I'm so confused. Giselle has had a fake boyfriend multiple seasons. So what is really the issue? I can understand that Giselle don't really like Stacy. I get that. I think that Stacy is, maybe that's not your cup of tea. She not your cup of tea, and that's fine. I really feel like they should have just let Giselle not like Stacy and let that be their thing. I don't understand why Kiana and Ashley are joining in on it. I don't like it. It does look like it's bullying. I don't like it. I don't like it. When she was on the bus and she was combing her hair, and then, what's her name? Y'all know the girl, Kiana. Kiana was like, stop touching me, Stacy. And it was just like, how about you scoot over a little bit, but you don't want to scoot over because you want to be in the frame of the camera. So you realize that you guys are all in close quarters. And if she touches you a little bit, like, come on. How old are you? Scoot over. If the camera don't pick up you in the frame, it don't pick you up in the frame, but you don't want her touching you. Why are you sitting next to her? Probably because they told you to sit where you sit. Girl, I'm not here for Kiana's attitude. I don't like a stank ass attitude ass having ass bitch. Okay, I'm not here for that. And I know, like, we all have our moments. We have our moments where we're not, the most pleasant. Don't be around if that's gonna be you. But you've been acting like that the whole season, and I'm not here for it. I know I be having my moments when I have a stank attitude, and that's why I will be in seclusion. You're not gonna have me around the people being mean and stank and nasty and rude. It's not becoming. That ain't cute. I don't like it. I don't like it, Kiana. I really don't like it. It's giving Bird Lady 2.0. It's giving Angry Bird. We got the Bird Lady coming back, and now we got Angry Bird. Ugh. But anyways, the way Miss Tia wrapped Ashley on up, I was here for it. I enjoyed that. I like that. She didn't waste no time getting Miss Ashley Darby together. Ashley was sitting there like, She wasn't ready for. I don't know why. Let me tell y'all something. No shade to Miss Tia, but it has been my experience that the Brits, they have a way with words. They will pierce your soul with their words, right? I don't know why you would ever pick a fight with her. If that's not where you're trying to go, you're trying to go down into the gutter, leave those Brits alone. Their tongues are razor sharp. Ashley, you're a world traveler, girl. You should know this. Can we get into Miss Jazzy? Miss Jazzy, I don't know why they didn't give you a flute. They should have given you Kiana's flute. I don't know. But you know what? I'm just going to enjoy who's ever in front of me, okay? I don't feel like playing casting director this season of Potomac. I'm just going to enjoy the show that y'all present to us, I enjoy Jazzy. The way that she got them girls together last year, what was it, Gangsters and Alcohol? I thought that was funny. I don't know why is she not around? They said she just stopped showing up. Child, I don't know. I like Jazzy. I think she's funny. She's cute. She has personality. I noticed how Kiana's whole everything just changed when Jazzy came through. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I feel like we're all human. Okay, we're all girls. We can talk, right? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, we have our insecure moments, right? But it's just very much giving. Kiana want everybody to dim their light so that she can shine. And I don't like that. Why, when someone shows up, you change your whole attitude? Why should someone's presence have that kind of power over you? It's giving hater. It's giving you feel insecure in this group, in this position. And when you saw Jazzy, you got nervous. Yeah. All this that you're doing is not even working because they still trying to bring new girls in. They still shuffling around new girls. I think it's better to be boring than to be rude, nasty, and contrived. That's just my take. That's just what I think, But who am I? Now, when Jazzy went around greeting everyone, I thought it was really cute. That was a cute little moment. Like, she gave us a little, she gave us a little personality. I'm confused as to who started. I feel as though Angel brought up that they were both wags or what have you. And Angel was like, yeah, my husband, he started for 10 years. It made me chuckle because y'all still mad at Wendy for saying she has 4 degrees. But Angel can come on the show and tell y'all that her husband was a starter for 10 years. Even though we don't know her husband, we don't know her. Is that not the same thing? Are you not trying to flex? Oh, my husband started for 10 years. And she's implying that nobody knows Jazzy's husband. But it's really not a gag because Jazzy's her own person. Jazzy is doing her own thing outside of her man. So you saying, yeah, my husband started for 10 years. Girl, nobody at that table really even watches football like that to understand or even care about what you're talking about, girl. Your husband not one of the guys we know. He ain't Tom Brady. He not one of of the dudes that we know. You think Patti Smith has to introduce herself and run down her husband's stats? No, we know who she is. When Savannah James goes somewhere, does she have to say, "Oh, my husband is a starter"? We don't need that. We know who Savannah is. We know who LeBron is. Like, so you flexing my husband was a starter for 10 years, girl, that was corny. That was whack. I don't like that. And I feel like, I get that this is the type of show that they do this type of thing, but then if we're gonna do that, then let everybody do it, right? If she want to brag about her husband being a starter for 10 years, Wendy should be able to brag about having 4 degrees. The Bird Lady should be able to brag about used to having 4 homes. Giselle should be able to brag about the pastor having... Let me stop. I was going to say something really big. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. But I'm just saying, like, if Ashley can brag about her husband used to owning a hotel, was it Watergate Hotel? If the girls can brag about their husband's accomplishments and whatnot, why can't Wendy brag about having 4 degrees? Karen sat on our TV screen for 2 seasons bragging about Ray's education and what Ray had. Do y'all remember that? See, this is how I know a lot of y'all wasn't really watching Potomac. Y'all only started watching around season 4, season 5. Some of y'all started watching because of the fight. And y'all not low. Because Karen stayed bragging about Ray and how educated he was and how educated the people in her family were and how she wanted Raven to be just like them and she wanted Raven to major in something specific so that she would always have her own coin. Okay. Do y'all remember Sharice called Karen out at the season 2 reunion about this very thing? Apparently Karen made some type of comment that her husband's money comes from education and the other girls, their husband's money come from sports. See, y'all don't remember because y'all wasn't watching. But I mean, I don't know. I've seen a lot of talk on the internet because of Wendy's current situation with the laws. And they're like, them 4 degrees don't mean nothing now. And it's just like, y'all still mad at this girl because she talked about her 4 degrees? We're in season 10. That was in season 5. And if y'all gonna talk about the fact that she brought up her 4 degrees, I'm gonna remind you that Karen used to do the same thing. At least Wendy was bragging about the degrees that she had. Karen was bragging about her man's degrees. I'm gonna need us to act like I'm gonna need us to do some things that make sense around here. But anyways, back to my point, I do think that Angel was trying to flex on Jazzy, but Angel girl, Jazzy ain't the one. She's not the one. I don't think you want it with Jazzy. But yeah, now Wendy girl, I'm gonna have to call you out. I do detect that you are trying to be a little messy. And the type of mess you do, I don't like the way you're going about it. I'm a wait and see. But I don't know if I like the way that you're going about it. Y'all saw what happened, right? Kay had the cold shoulder towards Jazzy. And Kay said the reason she has a cold shoulder is because she heard that Jazzy had an issue with her. And Wendy told her this, which is weird to me because if you are not even messing with Wendy, why would you even take any type of information that she gave you? Something is missing here. Something is missing here, and I don't like when y'all do the episodes like this, but whatever. I like Jazzy. Jazzy was like, I don't have an issue with you. Making a little, that's not me having an issue with you. And then Kiana's in the confessional saying, well, if she said she had an issue, she picked it up from somewhere. It's giving you want an issue with everybody. You want to have a problem with Jazzy because if Wendy says she detected there being an issue and the girl says there ain't no issue, you get information from the horse's mouth. She's telling you there's no issue. But then you get to the confessionals and saying it's an issue. Kiana girl, we're going to have to ignore you for the rest of the season if this is what you're going to bring to us. Because what are you talking about? The girl told you straight up, I don't have an issue. Girl. I feel as though you ain't really bringing it, and production was like, she ain't bringing it, so we need to bring Jazzy back. And you know, you feel it. You feel you feel the ground moving up under you, right? You feel it. They're not really feeling you, and you're feeling that they're not feeling you. That's what's really going on. You worried about your job, and you should be, girl. Okay, so the girls are going to Nevis. I love that they're taking an international trip as their first trip. I'm here for it. The people are saying on Twitter that Karen's salary freed up a lot of money, and thank you, Karen. Y'all tell Karen thank you. Because I'm never going to forgive y'all for taking the girls to Austin to play chicken shit bingo. I'm from Texas. I ain't never heard of any such thing, but whatever. Yeah, the girls are on their way to Nevis, and this looked really cute. I like this. This was a nice look for the girls. Now, Miss Angel showed up with a Prada backpack that had camouflage design. Apparently, Nevis, they don't do the camouflage. You can go to jail for having camouflage of any type. That's scary. Angel, you didn't read? They told you. Girl, Angel, that's one hell of an oversight. That's all I'm going to say, girl. You was lucky that Tia helped you out. You was lucky, girl. You was real lucky. Okay, so let's get into this dinner. Who we starting with? Okay. The ladies want to know why Wendy and Angel are not interacting. And I already told y'all, I think that when they were at Temple, I think that maybe Angel probably looked at Wendy and felt a little bit of a way. Wendy looked at Angel and felt a way. They didn't really vibe with each other. You know, she probably looked at Angel and was like, oh, that girl ain't gonna graduate. Oh, that girl is a party girl. That girl is over there more focused about X, Y, and Z than her studies. Wendy was on a mission. She was wearing suits on campus. Some people wear pajamas to their classes. Some people wear suits to classes. I was more wearing jeans and tees, okay? I was wearing Aeropostale and Hollister and Ross and whatever I could put together, okay? I was wearing my little collar shirts. That's what I was wearing to school, to class, when I made it to class. It's not funny. It's not funny. Don't waste your parents' money. Kids, if you're listening, do not waste your parents' money on school, okay? When you go to school, take school serious. Don't be like me. But anyways, I just think that they didn't vibe, you know? I think Wendy was probably more studious, more ambitious, more go-getter. Angel probably was more party. You know, I want to look cute, and I'm going to go to class, like, when I feel like it. Angel probably was more like me. And they didn't vibe. I don't think there's anything deep there, right? And let's just keep it real. Those of us who were probably like Angel, who didn't commit, who didn't do what they were supposed to do, sometimes you do kind of not like the girls that did too much. And sometimes the girls that did, you know, like the Wendy's, you don't like the girls that wasn't doing what they supposed to do. Y'all just don't vibe. I don't really think it's anything deep there. But I do feel like that plus Kiana not liking Wendy, and then Wendy calling Angel out for being a fake bitch. Now we have a something. Something is brewing. Something is brewing. It wasn't there before, but now something is happening. It's definitely something going on in the pot. And that's just what it is. I don't think it's anything deep. And I don't think Wendy is wrong. Like, if I find out you don't like me, like we're both adults now. We're both grown-ass women. And now you don't like me because I asked a question. When we're all in this group, y'all know what this show is. The show is messy. So if you do something that someone's going to call out, it's going to get called out. And you just don't like me, you don't have a problem with no one else at the table asking questions but me, it's directed towards me, then yeah, now I don't like you either. And that's just what it is. And I don't like how people are saying, well, Wendy's being mean. I don't think Wendy's being mean at all. If you don't like me and I don't like you, then we don't like each other. Wendy's not going out of her way to do anything to Angel, and Angel's going out of her way to only have a problem with Wendy. So it is what it is. They don't like each other. We can move on. Like, it doesn't matter. I do like that Wendy said, she asked you if you liked me, and she really kind of exposed the both of you. She did. She definitely did, because by her saying, do you like her? That's implying that she's told you she don't like her. And y'all have had conversations about this. But Kiana, you're so mad at Wendy for not being upfront and being a real friend with you. You're having conversations, negative conversations about me, and you didn't let me know? What kind of friend are you? Yeah, Kiana, she's an odd little bird. She's an angry bird. She's Angry Bird. Oh my gosh, girl, you got a nickname. Sorry. But yeah. When Angel was explaining to the women about her vulnerability, about how sometimes it's hard for her to, keep up with new people, and I guess she's socially awkward to some point. Maybe she done went through some things in her life. So maybe that's why she's having a hard time connecting with the ladies. I don't think it's that. I think you're having a hard time because Kiana expects you to be a certain way, but then what you actually are. And then you're trying to navigate in a new space. You might be a wag, but you ain't never been on TV like that for real. So it's like you're trying to juggle 4 different plates at once. It would be a lot easier if you just told Kiana, like, I'm not going to be your minion. I'm not going to be walking around here having a problem with whoever you have a problem with. I'm going to keep it real. I want to enjoy this experience. You're not going to tell me who to like and who not to like. If you do a little chin checking, you do your own chin checking towards Kiana, I feel like you'll have a better time. But, you ain't got to listen to me. I'm just saying. But for Angel to explain how she's in a vulnerable state and she's having a little difficult time, for Giselle to bring up her Instagram and how she don't look like the girl on the Instagram. Giselle is a bitch, okay? Giselle is a big ass bitch. She is a bitch for that. I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. Okay, don't get me wrong. I thought it was hilarious. But Giselle, you're a bitch. So this is the thing, right? I don't think it was that deep, but I just kind of feel like the sequence of how the conversation, yeah, that was not very nice. Only because of what she had just explained to y'all. That's what made it not nice. But Angel girl, you do not look like that picture. I've had people tell me that I don't look like my pictures. I don't really take it that serious. I'm not that great at doing the filters, right? I don't know how to use Facetune. I don't have the patience for that. I have the patience for a lot of things, but not that. I like my face. I feel like I look like my mama and a sprinkle of my daddy. So I don't really do too much face tuning, but I know that when I wear makeup, I don't always look like how I look. When I, like, no makeup versus makeup. Some days it's not much of a difference. Some days it's a huge difference. It is what it is. Like, that is not something that ever bothers me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't really bother me. I feel like if I was better at the face tuning and stuff, and I was face tuning myself and I thought I was looking good, and then somebody came in a public setting and was like, girl, that don't look like you in none of your pictures. Yeah, that might hurt my feelings. It might hurt my feelings. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn, because let me tell you something about me. I'm a combative little Gemini, okay? The way I would have flipped it around on Giselle and said, girl, and your neck don't look like your neck. Let me tell you something. I'm very sweet. I'm very kind. I'm very, very, very sweet, pleasant, delightful individual. I am. But if you started with me, I'm going to finish with you. I promise you. Unless I ain't got no energy and I just don't give a damn. But if you start with me, baby, make sure you eat your breakfast. Make sure you eat your Wheaties, okay? Eat your Wheaties. Drink your milk. If you want to start with me, because I don't get tired. The way I would have flipped it back around on Giselle, I would have trolled you for the rest of the season. Angel, you a weak girl. I just didn't think you was gonna be this type of girl, Angel. I just expected more from you. I would have wore her neck out. Too bad you can't wear a forever filter and fix that neck. That's what I would have said. Like, anyways, but I know it may not sound like it, but I'm really enjoying Giselle this season. I am. Like, I know people think I don't like Giselle. I'm annoyed with Giselle because of what she tried to do to Candace and Chris season 7. But I used to really like Giselle. I like Giselle. I just don't like when she do stuff that she shouldn't be doing. But see, this is why Karen was always such a good, you know, opponent for Giselle, because Karen would have told her something. Y'all remember season 5 when she was making fun of Ashley having a big head and Candace being short? And then she was like, let's talk about your stovepipe. I'm so tired of the girls being in their feelings. Fight back. If she would have told me I don't look like my pictures, I'd be like, you look like yours. Your neck look like yours. Fight back. Why do y'all like... I guess y'all, I would have wore Giselle out. Giselle's a beautiful, beautiful lady, but I don't give a fuck. Giselle is a beautiful, beautiful lady. But when I tell you, I don't give a F how beautiful you are. You're not going to come for me and I don't come back for you. You send for me, baby, I'm coming. Okay? If you press my button, you got a button that I'm going to press. And press. And press. Press, 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 press. Like, I'm going to... What Cardi B say? When you go low, I take it to hell. I take it where the lava is, where the demons are screaming, help me. Yes. Giselle would have never been able to play with me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because if I can't read you, I'm going to find something on you to read. Because nobody is perfect. We all have something. And if I had to discover it sitting at that table, I would have found it. Girl, we would have been dragging. We would have just been dragging each other, girl. But I thought Giselle's hilarious, though. I ain't even going to lie. I'm enjoying her so far. Now, what I'm not enjoying is how they're treating Stacey, because I really don't understand what the problem is with Stacey. Like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, I guess her purposely leaving Stacey out, not writing her a note and saying we don't know who you are. I guess it's dumb. It's dumb. When Wendy was like, I don't care because it's not me this time. I think that's a real feeling. I think that's a real feeling. I didn't too much like that Wendy said that, though, because I feel like Stacey has been backing you up. So maybe you shouldn't have said that in the confessionals. I didn't like that. That was a little stank. I didn't care for that. But one thing about Stacey is she's a girl that's always going to land on her feet, and that's my type of bitch. I aspire to be a girl like that. I aspire to be that unbothered one day in life. Just not care. Just not care. Like, nothing you do to me is going to penetrate this. You know, like, girl, I'm going to be me regardless. I'm going to be me. I like Stacey. I like Stacey. They've been dragging Stacey and her breath this whole season. And nobody feels like that's mean. But then when they bring up old girls' filtered pictures, oh, that's bullying. Ciao, bye. I will say this. Stacey thought she ate when she revealed that Giselle had a boo thing. I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it. Because I feel like Giselle needed to know that, girl, the same way you have eyes out there, everybody got eyes out there. People going to come back and tell her stuff. And she's not afraid to reveal it on the show. Now, did she reveal anything? No, because... honestly, Stacey did Giselle a favor, because everybody always drags Giselle about not having a man. And Stacey let it be known, no, Giselle is out here getting chose. This dude's out here trying to get with Giselle. She seasoned her sauce a little bit. So I don't think Giselle was bothered, but I think Giselle, something clicked. Like, I need to tread lightly with her. Let me ease up off of her. Let me stop being a little too mean, because she's not backing down for me. Let me not have her out here doing too much digging and she find out something I really don't want her to know. So, I mean, I thought that was cute. It was a cute little moment. But what's not going to be a cute little moment is this thing with Chris Samuels. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. Because just seeing his name, just even thinking about that, makes me just lose interest altogether. Like, y'all are not going to be able to convince me that this is a real storyline. Like, Stacey was trying to get with Chris Samuels. Monique don't even want Chris Samuels. Have y'all seen how skinny Stacey is? And y'all seen how big Chris is? Monique was a very small girl. But Stacey looked like she... Let me stop. I just don't see Stacey liking Chris Samuel. Child, I guess. I'm really trying to understand. We will see. I guess we'll see when we get there. just don't believe. I just don't believe that I'm gonna care about this Chris Samuel storyline. I guess this is the way they're gonna bring Monique onto the show. Shall I guess? We'll see. We will see. But that's really all I had to say. This was a really cute episode. Last episode was really cute too. Kiana and her hissy fits are not cute. I'm not feeling Angry Bird. I'm not feeling it. I'm not. I enjoyed everyone else though. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.